My name is Francesca Passeri. I am a senior expert on crowdfunding and alternative finance, and I work for Area Europa. I have been working with crowdfunding for the past 10 years. Crowdfunding is a way of collecting capital or liquidity, raising funds that has emerged after the latest banking and financial crisis in 2008. In response to all the elements that were not quite functioning in traditional financing systems. So it has emerged as a new methodology to raise funds, which has a strong element of community involvement. A local government should be interested in crowdfunding for two main reasons. One is, of course, the economical part, the financial part, with an increasing shrinking in public budgets and a strain in the use of public resources, so to collect private funds. And on the other hand, for the governance element, so the community engagement, a closer relation to the citizens and to the initiatives that will have an impact and effect and benefit in the territory. A successful project, in order to access crowdfunding and successfully raise the funds that it needs, it has to have a clear idea. So it's not a broad or vague idea of what the money will or might be used for. It has to be a very specific project, a very specific timeline roadmap on how the money will be used, for what it will be collected. And also it has to have a strong understanding of what the motivations and the incentives for those that could be potential investors and funders might be. My advice to municipalities would be to try and use crowdfunding. We have a number of best practices all over Europe. There is an element of complexity in the administrative design, in the design of the financial scheme. But my advice would be to try it out, to really work at it, because in the many experiences that we had, there was not one case where the experience was negative. There are always best practices, and all the parties involved are extremely happy of having used crowdfunding. Since last November, there's new regulation for crowdfunding that has a scope. It is applicable across the European Union. So the replication of existing best practices will be much easier from now on, because with this pan-European regulation, the financial rules, investor protection rules, they will all be harmonized across Europe. So this is an incentive, especially for public authorities.